She throws like a girl. She's proud of it. But when Kathryn Johnston Massar first started playing baseball, she had to disguise herself as a boy so she'd be allowed to play. Being the first female Little Leaguer put her into the Hall of Fame earlier this year. Now she's embarking on two very big projects. KCRA3's Brian Hickey is live out at Sacramento's airport to tell us about this amazing woman.
Well, would you think it gets any better than getting inducted into the Hall of Fame for baseball? But it does for Kay Massar. She joins us now live at the Sacramento International Airport. About to go where? To do what?
I'm going to New York to throw the first pitch out for the New York Yankees. Thanks for the work that Bank of America has done for me.
And this is even better than being inducted into the Hall of Fame for you.
It's actually more thrilling for me right now. The Hall of Fame was an amazing and a permanent thing, but going to throw out the first pitch at Yankee Stadium is awesome. I just can't believe it. It's a dream that they're making come true for me, but until I'm there, I still don't know if I'm going to believe this. So.
You know, this all happened in 1950. You dressed up like a boy to play baseball. What's the message you want people to take away from this? Because now they're working on a movie as well. Disney's working on a movie on your story.
The message at the time, I just felt that if you're good enough to make a team and playing the sport that I love, and I wanted to play on an organized team, why let your gender get in the way? I mean, the only way I could think of was to cut off my hair and dress up as a boy and go out there, and I made the team. I was a first baseman. I played the entire season. Nobody ever took over for me. I played the entire season, and I had a great time.
But Coach found out a few weeks in that you're actually a girl.
Well, yes. Well, see, what happened, Corning, New York is divided from the north side, south side by 3 bridges. I just went over on the other side where the kids didn't know me, and I tried out. And once I made the team, you know, and I obviously to the team members and to the coach, I was a great player, and they said, let's just let her stay on the team. So I did, but even though I was a gender breaker, I created a barrier, and that was, they put that year, at the end of that year, that in the bylaws of Little League, that no girl will ever play Little League baseball. So I got the ball rolling. It wasn't until about 24 years later when that rule was thrown out. There
was a lawsuit that got it thrown out, and we all know that Yankee Stadium, they don't really do first pitches all that often.
I know.
And we've got Rick Mayo over here from Bank of America. Rick, you're the president here in Sacramento for B of A, and what did it take to get the Yankees to allow her out on the field?
It took a lot of hard work, but when we had heard that her dream was to throw out a first pitch at Yankee Stadium, we contacted our teammates over in New York as well as the Yankees, and we just had to find a way to make this happen. So we are glad to be able to honor a hero this week. And Bank of America, as you know, is the official bank of baseball, and so we did everything we can possible to make this happen, and we are just so proud and excited for Kay to go out there and throw a strike tomorrow night at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, are you ready? Have you been practicing? Have you been practicing for this?
Well, you know, I went over to the one of the stadiums in Yuba City, and they were getting ready to go out there and practice. So I got to throw two balls out, and they were both pretty well. One was on the outside corner, the other one was across the plate. But I wasn't a pitcher, I was a first baseman.
All right, well, best of luck in New York. Tomorrow night, we're going to see you throwing that first pitch out.
I think it's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
All right, well, good luck. Kay Massar coming from Yuba City, flying out of Sacramento today, off to the big city. Back to you guys.
All right, we wish her well. It's going to be quite a thrill out at Yankee Stadium. Yeah. And you remember when our own Adrian Banker threw out the first pitch.
Just thinking about that.
At a River Cats game, and I believe there were some people hospitalized.
I think they're okay now.
I think they're okay. They went back to the next game.
Months, so
yeah, it was
fine.
A dangerous first pitch. Well, a woman who became the first female to play Little League baseball is fulfilling another dream. More than 50 years ago, Kay Massar broke the gender barrier to play ball with the fellas. By doing that, she made baseball history. Now, Major League Baseball is recognizing her by letting her throw out the first pitch at Yankee Stadium. KCRA3's Brian Hickey with a story.
Unbelievable.
From Sacramento, it's off to New York City for Kay Massar to fulfill a lifelong dream, throwing out a first pitch at Yankee Stadium.
To me, it's still a dream. I won't think, you know, this is going to be a dream, I guess, if I'm really out there throwing that ball. I said, this is really happening to me.
It's not the first dream she's realized. In 1950, at the age of 12, Kay became the first girl to play Little League baseball, at the time a sport only reserved for boys.
Well, there's one way to beat this, you know, cut off my hair, and I look sort of like a boy, and I didn't, you know, I was small, so I just threw on some boys' clothes, my brother's.
Disguised as a boy, she played the whole season at first base, breaking the gender barrier.
If you're good enough to make a team and playing the sport that I love, and I wanted to play on an organized team, why let your gender get in the way? I mean,
And for that bold move, Kay was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame this past May. Disney's now making a movie about her childhood. But none of that tops the trip she's leaving on now.
Just something about the Yankees. You know, the dream come true is to throw that pitch out as long as I don't fall on my face.
Kay says the only way she'll fall on her face is if the day just becomes too much for her. She's always wanted to go to Yankee Stadium. She's going to fulfill that dream, and now she's thrown out that first pitch. Truly a dream come true. At the Sacramento International Airport, I'm Brian Hickey, KCRA 3 reports.
All right, Yankee Stadium.
Less than 2 hours ago, a childhood dream came true for Kathryn Johnston Massar of Yuba City. The first female in the nation to ever play Little League Baseball took the field on the big league's biggest stage this afternoon. At Yankee Stadium, Kathryn got to throw out the first pitch before the Yankees-Baltimore Orioles game. Kathryn grew up a Yankees fan, and her dream growing up was to play first base for the Bronx. Did she bounce that up there, Dave?
She did, yeah.
I know her well, and I'm going to bust her about that when she gets back. Back in 1950, when she was just 12 years old, Kathryn dressed up as a boy and took the nickname of Tubby and made her local Little League team in Corning, New York. She has since been immortalized at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. After watching her story right here on KCRA 3, Disney decided to make a movie about her life. Kathryn Johnston Massar of Yuba City, who was the first female in the nation to ever play Little League Baseball, lived her childhood dream today. At Yankee Stadium, Kathryn got to throw out the first pitch before the Yankees-Baltimore Orioles game, and here it is right here. Kathryn, who grew up as a Yankees fan, also dreamed of playing first base for the Bronx Bombers. There it is! And she dribbled the dang thing up. I know her. We're going to follow up in this story when she gets back, and I'm going to bust her about that. Now, back in 1950, when she was 12 years old, Kathryn dressed up as a boy. She took on the nickname of Tubby, then tried out, and she made her local Little League team in Corning, New York. She has since been immortalized at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. After watching her story on KCRA 3, Disney decided to make a movie about her life.
That is so awesome.
That is awesome.
Guys, you and the sports department are so involved in this story as well.
I think it's a cool story, and I can't wait to see the movie.
Yeah, we'll line up, get a little popcorn.
There you go.
All right, Del, thanks.
You got it.
When they were standing next to, I guess their idols.
Well, the youngster right there on the mound with Chin Ming Wang, he's still smiling.
He's still smiling. That is so neat. Yeah, they look thrilled, and congratulations to that Staten Island Little League team. And we are about ready for baseball. And the person that's throwing out the first ball is Kathryn Johnston Massar, and she was the first female to ever play in a Little League game. So how about that? And she'll throw out the first pitch to Jorge Posada. So a nice start to the night here at Yankee Stadium. The Little League team, and then Kathryn Johnston Massar throws out the first pitch, and she gives Jorge Posada a huge hug. So we're about ready for baseball here in the Bronx. Second game of this 3-game set. And Rick Dempsey will say hello to her as he makes his way over to the first base coaching box. Let's take a look now at the Orioles starting lineup. And it is presented, as always, by our good friends at Arico.